Well, I've heard an awful lot worse. So, Tommy Hearns, the hitman from Detroit, taking on Marvin Hagler. There he is, Tommy Hearns, the light middleweight champion with 3 successful defences of the crown. Former welterweight champion, of course, who made 3 defences of that crown as well before he got stopped by Sugar Ray Leonard in 14 rounds. So once again, this was scheduled for 15 rounds. And in between the Roldan victory and this fight with Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler had beaten Mustafa Hamsho on a 3rd round knockout. And of course, Tommy Hearns came into this with that superb 2nd round knockout of Roberto Duran on his record. You won't see many more chilling right-hand punches thrown than the one that connected on Duran's jaw from Tommy Hearns' shoulder. Fantastic. So, a very, very eagerly anticipated matchup between 2 great fighters. Tommy Hearns, the former welterweight and light middleweight champion, now looking to take Marvin Hagler's middleweight championship. Hearns 6'2". Hagler 5'9" and a bit. And of course, everyone said Tommy Hearns was chinny. But a good roaring start this by Hearns. Referee Richard Steele pulls them apart. Well, most good judges anticipated a short fight. Both men could hit, but Hagler a much sturdier chin than Tommy Hearns, so something had to give. What a fantastic start. Hearns boxing confidently, moving away after landing some pretty spearing punches. Right jab from Hagler. Once again, Hagler sticking to the basics and doing them very well. And the worst thing Tommy Hearns could have done was cut Hagler. That's a beautiful shot from Hearns. One of the most intense championship fights of all time in any weight division. And so far, Hearns withstanding these punches from Hagler. Absolutely thrilling first round. Great start from Tommy Hearns, great finish from Marvin Hagler. And that cut just above the right eyebrow was the worst thing that Tommy Hearns could have done. It's made Marvin Hagler a desperate fighter. So, touch of replay then from that opening session. Both men in full flight. Tommy Hearns, a pro since 1977. Hagler, of course, a pro in 1973. As we come out for round 2 of the scheduled 15 rounds, Tommy Hearns looking to become a 3-weight world champion. He's got the champion cut in the opening session. No clash of heads. It was a good shot from Hearns that did the damage. Stumble from Tommy Hearns, one of the most spectacular punches of his generation. Beautiful right there, catching Hagler, and again. Tommy Hearns forced to take these punches even on the retreat. Marvin Hagler has got extraordinarily long arms. And he's almost out jabbing Hearns. And Hearns, a tremendous long puncher. Victories over Pepino Cuevas, Wilfredo Benitez. Great wins. Of course, both those men world champions at the age of 17. Hagler now getting through some pretty meaty looking punches. Hearns in a spot of bother. But still a very dangerous puncher. Fantastic attack from Hagler. Superb round. Once again, none of the punchers who paid to see this one were disappointed. Emmanuel Stewart in the Hearns corner. He has some work to do. So still patching up that cut. The champion making the 11th defence of his undisputed middleweight crown. And it's everything we all hoped it would be after 2 sessions. Round 3. Hagler took a good right there from Tommy Hearns. Lovely work from Hearns. But now looking very fragile on his feet. So referee Richard still taking time out now to have this cut examined, and the crowd don't like that. Well, Marvin Hagler now will come out with a reinforced sense of urgency. Hearns still spearing that shaven skull. In the manner of a genuine champion, Marvin Hagler comes back in such tremendous style, and Tommy Hearns hits the floor in round 3, flat on his back. And it's all over, so Richard Steele waves off the contest, waves off the war in 3 rounds, with Tommy Hearns unable to continue on very rubbery legs. So superb victory for Marvin Hagler, retaining his undisputed middleweight championship for the 11th time. Fantastic. What can you say? Great fighter. Probably not appreciated as much in his heyday as he is now. Tommy Hearns helped back to the corner, but it was noticeable that he was very rubbery on a couple of occasions in round 3 before he got tagged. So the former welter and light middleweight champion fails in his bid to become the middleweight champion of the world. Tommy Hearns still fighting today. Marvin Hagler still itching for a rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard. And here are the finishing punches. And that's the right hand that put paid to the hitman. Watch this again from the overhead camera. That was a pretty solid punch there from Hagler. Not spectacular, but solid nonetheless. And Tommy Hearns is all over the place. That was a better follow-up. And this final right hand was the one that did it. Well, Tommy Hearns went on, of course, to become a world champion at 5 or 6 different weights. And marvellous Marvin Hagler, still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. Of course, the most bitter loss on his record, which was never avenged, against Sugar Ray Leonard in his final fight, his 67th contest. Which means that Hagler would retire with 62 wins, 3 defeats and 2 draws, and 52 knockouts. So, great fighter in a great era, Marvin Hagler. So this is what we saw tonight then. Marvin Hagler beating Juan Domingo Roldan from Argentina in great style in round 10. And then cut in round 1. And in danger of being dethroned by Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler showed what a tremendous champion he is by coming back and landing 3 crunching rights on the former welter and light middleweight champion, Tommy Hearns. That's it for tonight. My name's Steve Holter. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, join us next week for more professional boxing.
Hagler Vs Hearns CLASSIC.